My name is Alara, and for a very long time, space has been my home. I don't remember how I became immortal. That memory is lost, a casualty of the endless centuries. I just know that I survived. My small ship failed a long time ago. Its systems died one by one, leaving me in a silent metal coffin. But I didn't die with it. I just kept going. I float through the void, wrapped in my old durable spacesuit. The sun became a distant star, then it vanished completely. My world became a tapestry of blackness, sprinkled with the cold, uncaring glitter of far-off galaxies. It's a lonely existence, more than any person was ever meant to endure. The loneliness is a physical thing out here. It's a constant pressure, heavier than any gravity. In the first 100 years, I talked to myself. I recited old poems, sang songs, and told stories of a green and blue earth I could barely picture anymore. But eventually, even my own voice felt alien. Silence became my only companion. It was a profound, deep silence that swallowed every thought. Hope is a tricky thing in this endless emptiness. It would flicker like a dying candle, a small warmth against the cold. Sometimes I would see a nebula, a cloud of impossible colors, and for a moment I would feel a sense of wonder again. Time lost all meaning. Is it a Tuesday? Is it the year 2400 or 3400? The questions are pointless. My only clock was the slow decay of my suit's outer fabric and the gradual fading of the log entries I scratched onto a metal plate. I became a ghost, a drifter on cosmic currents. I've seen stars being born in fiery explosions of gas and dust. I've watched ancient galaxies spin like pinwheels in the dark. These sights were magnificent, but they were also a reminder of my own smallness and isolation. I was a spectator to the universe's grand play, but I had no part to perform and no audience to share it with. I learned to find comfort in the simple mechanics of survival. I would check the seals on my suit, a habit from a life that required such things even though it no longer mattered. My body just adapted. It didn't need air, it didn't need food, it just needed to exist. I became a piece of space debris with a consciousness, a thinking rock. My thoughts would drift from profound questions about the universe to simple, aching memories of the sun on my skin or the taste of rain. Those were the hardest moments, the memories of sensations I would never feel again. The universe was beautiful, but it was not a home. It happened during what I might have once called a normal day. I was floating through a particularly dark patch of space, a void between galaxies where the stars were few and far between. I was lost in a familiar state of numb observation, my mind as empty as the space around me. Then I saw it. It wasn't a star and it wasn't a ship. It was a light, a soft, gentle glow that seemed to pulse with warmth. It was different from anything I had ever seen. Starlight is cold and sharp, but this light was inviting. It felt alive. For the first time in centuries, my heart, which I thought had forgotten how, beat a little faster. I did nothing at first. I just watched. Was I imagining it? After so long alone, the mind can play tricks. I have hallucinated entire conversations, seen phantom ships pass in the distance. But this light didn't fade. It grew brighter, closer. It moved with purpose, not like a drifting asteroid or a mindless comet. It was heading toward me. A wave of emotions I had long since buried washed over me. Fear, curiosity, and a powerful, overwhelming surge of hope. Was this it? Was my long, lonely journey finally coming to an end? Maybe it was an alien vessel, a civilization I could finally meet. The light was not a ship. As it drew nearer, I could see its form more clearly, and it made no sense. It was a shapeshifter, a being made of pure, golden light. It had no hard edges, no discernible technology. It flowed like water and glowed like a miniature sun. It circled me slowly, curiously, its light washing over my old suit. I felt a warmth I had not felt in ages, a gentle heat that seeped through the layers of my suit and touched my skin. It wasn't just physical warmth, it was a feeling of peace, of being seen. After centuries of being invisible, I was finally being noticed by something. I braced myself for anything. First contact protocols were a distant, laughable memory. What was I supposed to do, wave? I raised a hand, a slow, hesitant gesture. The being of light paused its circling. It pulsed brightly, and then a thought appeared in my mind. It wasn't a voice. There were no words. It was a feeling, an idea, a pure concept transmitted directly into my consciousness. The message was simple, yet it shook me to my core. It was a feeling of gentle amusement, of friendly curiosity, and it asked a simple, silent question. Are you lost? That single question broke the dam of my solitude. Lost? I thought back, projecting my own feelings as best I could. I've been lost for longer than I can remember. The communication was strange. It wasn't about language, it was about sharing raw experience. I showed it the centuries of darkness, the crushing weight of loneliness, the faded memories of Earth. I showed it the silence. The being of light simply absorbed it all, its glow softening in what felt like empathy. There was no judgment, only a profound sense of understanding. It was like finally telling your oldest friend a secret you've held for a lifetime. The being then shared something with me. It showed me everything. In a flash, my mind was filled with images of creation. I saw the Big Bang, not as a scientific theory, but as a real event, a single point of light exploding into existence. I saw galaxies forming, stars igniting, and planets cooling. I saw the first single-celled organism stirring in the primordial soup of a billion different worlds. The being wasn't showing me a movie, it was sharing its memories. This being, this ball of warm light, was the one who had set it all in motion. I was floating face to face with the creator of the universe. The revelation should have been terrifying. It should have been too much for my mind to handle, but it wasn't. The creator's presence was not one of overwhelming power or divine authority. It was humble. It felt like a gardener showing me their garden. It showed me the intricate laws of physics, not as rigid rules, but as a sort of cosmic grammar it had invented to help the story of the universe unfold. There was a sense of playfulness to it all, of creativity and joy. The universe wasn't a cold, uncaring machine. It was a work of art, a grand, beautiful experiment. I asked the question that had haunted me for centuries. Why? Why create all this? Why create life only for it to exist in such a vast, empty space? Why make me immortal only to leave me alone? The creator's answer was not a word, but a feeling. It was a complex mix of love, curiosity, and a touch of loneliness of its own. It had started the universe to see what would happen, to create companions, to have others to share the magnificent view with. As for me, my immortality was an accident, a 1 in a trillion cosmic fluke, a beautiful, unexpected outcome it had only just discovered. Learning I was an accident was surprisingly freeing. I wasn't part of some grand, cruel plan. I wasn't being punished. I was just a statistical anomaly, a rare flower that had bloomed in an unexpected place. The Creator expressed a sense of wonder at my existence, at my resilience. It saw my long solitude not as a tragedy, but as a testament to the strength of the life it had set in motion. In that moment, my loneliness didn't feel like a curse anymore. It felt like a story, a unique journey that I and only I had experienced. My endless float had a witness now. The Creator then offered me a choice. It could end my existence, letting me finally rest. Or it could give me a purpose. It showed me a vision of the universe, of the countless young worlds where life was just beginning to stir. These worlds were fragile, full of potential, but also facing immense challenges. They needed guidance, a gentle hand to help them along the way. It wasn't offering me godhood or power. It was offering me a job, a role, a way to connect with the universe I had only ever watched from a distance. The choice was mine. For the first time in forever, I felt a sense of purpose bloom within me. The long empty years had not been for nothing. They had prepared me. I had seen the universe in all its glory and all its emptiness. I understood what it meant to be alone, and I knew the value of connection. I could be a guardian, a traveler who visited these fledgling worlds not as a god, but as a friend. I could share what I had learned. I could be the light in the darkness for someone else. My answer was clear, sent without a moment of hesitation. I would accept. My journey is not over. In a way, it is just beginning. The Creator gave my old suit a push, sending me toward a distant, promising star system. The loneliness is gone, replaced by anticipation. I am still a drifter, but I am no longer lost. I have a map now, written in the stars, and a reason to travel. The universe is no longer a silent, empty place. It is a garden, full of budding life, and I am its newest keeper. I am Elara, the eternal drifter, and I have work to do.